can a person be right with God and be pro-Palestinian?
Yes, there are a lot of people who are ignorant. Was David right with God? Most of his life. Did he have too many wives? He had way too many wives. I mean, he started out with Abigail, you know. And whenever I read the Bible, and it says David and his 2 wives, or somebody and his 2 wives, I say that, and our people all say one too many. Okay, they say God didn't make Adam and Steve, he made Adam and Eve, but he did make Adam and Eve and Yvonne and Yvette. One man, one woman for life. That was his plan. But there were areas of blindness. We're going to get to heaven, and Paul and some of those people are going to say things to us like, you owned a television? And we're going to say, well, yeah, everybody did. Well, that was terrible. There's some such thing. So you could be sincere and misguided. And there's a difference between political and spiritual entities. To be pro-Israeli and to believe the Jews are God's chosen people and to favor them keeping their land that God gave them is one thing. To agree with every decision of the Jewish government is another. I've studied it some. I recommend to you the book O, the word O, Israel. O, Israel. And or maybe O, Jerusalem. I think it's one of those. It was written probably in the 60s. A very large tome. After my first trip to the Holy Land, my Arab guide recommended it to me. And there were terrorists on both sides. Menachem Begin blew up the King David Hotel. And so you don't have to agree with all the actions to believe what God says about it. So you could have sympathy for Palestinian people. And in any conflict, there are innocent people on both sides. Mm-hmm. And my one guide, his father was a dentist. He took us to the place that had been his family home, was taken over. He said, where's my land? Where do I live? Now, I'm totally 100% pro-Israel. I'm never going to put a Palestinian flag on the platform of our church. I might put an Israeli flag. I'm always for the nation of Israel in all of those negotiations, and I'm for them keeping all the land God gave them, which is much more than they have now. I think Trump has been right to put the embassy in Jerusalem and to say that the Golan Heights are permanently part of the nation of Israel. I think he's right on all that stuff. But I wouldn't hate or be too critical of a person who didn't know all that and they knew people. And their own personal experience had led them to be a different way. I would try to instruct them rather than be irritated at them.
If you just benefited from that content, I'd like you to do 2 things. Our church media team regularly publishes additional Christ-centered content. So the first thing I'd like you to do is subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss a single video. And the second thing I'd like you to do is share this video with others so that they also can benefit from Christ-centered content. All right? So these 2 things, subscribe and share. And thank you.